lot of subways in New York City are notoriously not accessible. There is no elevator here, as you can see, and so if I wanted to take the subway, I couldn't.
People with disabilities are subject to discrimination in every area of their lives. They face discrimination in regard to housing, employment, transportation, education, government benefits, and physical accessibility of streets and sidewalks and buildings.
I have spastic triplegia, which is a form of cerebral palsy. And so cerebral palsy is a brain injury before, during, or after birth. Usually affects premature babies, and I was born at 7 months and I weighed 2 pounds. So this is in itself an accessibility feature.
I'm Mike. I'm 32 from Queens, New York. I was born with cerebral palsy. So this is the library. And as you can see, there's no entryway or ramp for a person with a disability, just steps. So if I wanted to come and get a book from the library, I can't because just steps. Doesn't really affect me now, but when I was in high school, it made it difficult because if I needed reading material from school, I couldn't do it. I would have to go all the way somewhere else or sometimes to Manhattan just to go to the library.
ADA compliance, you can do the minimum requirements, right? So a lot of times, like for a bathroom, it can be accessible for a manual chair user because their chairs are much smaller, but I won't have the turning radius.
Bathrooms are particularly hard to get into and to not necessarily get into, but once I'm in, I can't stand and do what I need to do. I won't have enough space to stand and do what I need to do, because my own chair will be hitting me in the back of my legs. So see, a bathroom like this, although I can enter it and it's accessible, the restaurant itself is accessible. As you can see, the door, I can't close the door behind me, so I'd have to use the bathroom with the door open. And then if I go to stand, you see they have the bars right here. If I go to stand, there's really no space between my chair and the toilet, so it's not really accessible at all.
Streets and sidewalks are a huge problem in New York State. Many of the streets and sidewalks do not have a curb cut where they're supposed to have a curb cut so that wheelchair users cannot safely enter an intersection without putting themselves in the way of traffic.
You see, I physically cannot do this. It's blocking my chair. If I go all the way and try to get up, I'm gonna lose all the juice. I maybe could pop this, but I'm gonna lose like the power in my chair. It's not good for my wheels. It's not good for my bearing. It's not good. So the curb cut helps me save power for my chair. It provides me, oops, that was a little way of cricket of going up it, but at least I can go up it and there's no stress, nice and easy. What I find interesting, what I've always found interesting, is when there's too much snow and the snow removal is not correct, people get furious. Snow melts, right? Snow will melt. Here we want access, and it's like we're asking a big favor. People who can walk, you know, you can go around or over the snow pile will melt, but you don't have your good snow removal when you want it and you're furious. Why can't they have the empathy then to understand how important accessibility is?